I take great personal and professional pride in being able to utilize my opportunity to report the recognition of our high school principal, Dr. James Hickey. As you know, and as I've announced before, Dr. Hickey had been chosen to represent the state of New Jersey as the Visionary High School Principal of the Year for the year of 2009. Before I address Dr. Hickey and his lovely wife, Cindy, with my personal comments, I'd like to take the opportunity to read to you and into the record what the New Jersey Association of School Principals had said about Dr. Hickey at his convocational and honorary banquet and also reported at the national convocation in Washington, D.C. Dr. Hickey reveals his overall purpose and philosophy as a principal with principles. His widely shared mission to empower, embolden, and inspire integrity, honesty, and a quest for excellence is embraced by all of the stakeholders of Old Bridge High School. James Hickey walked into Old Bridge High School as the principal for the first time in 2003 with a great challenge ahead. Dr. Hickey put it this way: the students needed to feel like the school was theirs. As we all know, but as no one else knew, back in 1994, Old Bridge High School was created by the merger of two separate high schools, Madison Central and Cedar Ridge. Students in both schools were concerned with loss of traditions, and some community members were outspoken in their opposition to the merger. The new high school now had an east and west campus set nearly 2.5 miles apart, and that introduced an entirely new set of challenges. Students and staff needed to be shuttled from one campus to another. School clubs and sports activities, as well as extra help sessions, remained difficult to coordinate. After several years of operating one high school on two campuses, there was a growing desire on the part of the township and others to have one school on a single campus. The board and community agreed to renovate the East Campus to accommodate Old Bridge High School's grades 10 through 12 in one building, while transforming the adjacent Carl Sandburg Middle School into what is now called the Grade 9 Center. This history is an important part of what motivated Dr. Hickey's determination to create a palpable sense of community. He began his tenure as principal in the final year and a half, just prior to the coalition onto the single campus. The unification of Old Bridge High School provided an opportunity that few educational leaders were ever presented: the opportunity to truly create a school culture and not just change one. Using the research of James Coleman, educational philosopher, he began to articulate his vision and set it in motion by igniting school spirit and gaining what Coleman referred to as social capital. In meeting with students in small group settings to solicit their feedback about what they wanted from high school, their message was clear. They wanted to have a fun-filled, memorable high school experience. They wanted to feel appreciated. They wanted to feel supported. And they wanted teachers and administrators to show humanity. Over a 2-year period and through collaboration with both students and staff, he launched an ambitious program to make school pride explode. With input from students and staff, the administration decided to host an all-school pep rally, which was the first ever of its kind since Old Bridge had been united. Because Old Bridge High School has more than 3,100 students and had no facility to accommodate the entire student body at one time, Old Bridge had routinely held 2 pep rallies. The all-school pep rally hosted the seniors and juniors in the main gym, and the event was simulcast to sophomores in the small gym and freshmen in the auditorium. At this pep rally, Dr. Hickey honored a request from the students to see a different side of him. He ran out on the court with the drill team and began to participate in their routine. The entire student body watched their principal stomp his feet and clap his hands with the ladies of the drill team. This debut became a popular hit on YouTube. To keep the momentum of school spirit going at the second pep rally, he rode in on the back of a Harley Davidson with the mascot of the opposing team clutched in his hands. People could not help but embrace his contagious spirit and encouragement for fun and camaraderie. The sense of community continued to grow by combining traditions from both schools, initiating a battle of the classes, and even letting the marching band march through the halls before the first home game tailgate party. Now, over the past 5 years, students and staff have taken ownership of Old Bridge High School. This progress is a direct result of Dr. Hickey's extraordinary understanding that people support what people create. The intersection of the main center hallways reads integrity and respect. A student committee was formed to create other inspirational names for the school hallways. Project Adventure is another program encouraging team building, and students in grades 11 and 12 have the option to climb the high wires as part of their physical education curriculum. Faculty members have also been invited to partake in the adventure as part of the yearly professional development and bonding, and encourage problem solving among the staff. Since he's assumed the role of principal, Dr. Hickey has strived to make the third largest high school in the state of New Jersey feel small, all-encompassing, and spirited. His enthusiasm, integrity, intellect, and drive for perfection is contagious. This flourishing renaissance has led to some significant achievements. Out-of-school suspensions have decreased by almost 40%, including a 5.5% drop in the 2008-2009 school year, with the additional support of the Board of Education by adding the academic deans. Student tardiness has fallen by more than 62% in the last 2 years. Students attending a 2- or 4-year college following graduation has increased by approximately 5% to 93%. And even the vocational programs promote a student-focused collaboration through an adapted curriculum to the needs of our time. Clothing and design has replaced sewing with a Project Runway-inspired program. Culinary arts has replaced traditional cooking and the other traditional home ec programs. The automobile program was recently recognized as one of the top 20 in the country, offering hands-on experience in 2 auto shops for more than 265 students, having 3 instructors. The Chicago Pneumatic Company gave $5,000 in tools as a result of a contest to compete for the resources. The Wood Shop, this TV studio, and the planetarium in the Grade 9 Center are all student-inspired. The sports teams have had many victories, and proud of the football team as they refer to themselves at Lombardi Field as home of the Knights, where we are recently about to complete our second phase of the renovation. Community and local merchants have donated prom items to Nighttime Boutique, a resource room where students can select free gowns, suits, shoes, and accessories for prom. That room is staffed by faculty and students alike. Old Bridge High School under Dr. Hickey has received Middle States accreditation in the spring of 2008. And in the final report, that committee stated school spirit was the key to the new identity of Old Bridge High School. Jim had stated probably best when he said, recognition of the award is not about me, but it's a well-deserved recognition for the students and staff who broke ranks to make Old Bridge High School among the very best. On a personal note, I remember serving on the interview committee when Dr. Hickey, after only being here for just shy of 6 months, found himself as a viable candidate for principal. And once having passed the initial interview stages, I was also fortunate enough to have been asked by Dr. Nicole Oken, my immediate predecessor, to sit with her in the final interview process. And to this day, I remember what she said after Jim left the room. She looked at me and she said, "There's your guy. He's the one that's going to do it." And she was right. Jim Hickey, through his commitment, through his personal integrity, has stood tall, despite the fact that his 6'2" frame helps him do that. He's weathered criticism and adversities. He's maintained his strength and integrity. He's held true to his principles. And he has been recognized, not only by the residents of Old Bridge, most importantly by the students of Old Bridge High School, by the staff of Old Bridge High School, and now by his colleagues throughout the state of New Jersey, as truly a visionary individual and an inspirational leader in high school. That leadership and recognition has extended through the Executive County Superintendent, who has asked Dr. Hickey on more than one occasion to accompany him to crucial meetings involving curriculum and planning for the 21st century high school, and report to the Commissioner of Education and various committees in Trenton. At this time, I would like to call Dr. Hickey to the podium, and I'll ask Dr. Christine Piscatelli, Director of Secondary Education, and Board President Frank Weber to join me at the podium as we present a certificate of appreciation and a banner that was sent by the National Association of Secondary School Principals to be hung in Old Bridge High School. And I would ask everyone to stand and recognize an outstanding inspirational educational leader, James Hickey. I don't know if you can get a close-up.
It's not easy for me to stand here and accept the recognition, although I am very grateful. But what Dr. Bosco mentioned earlier, I never viewed the award as anything centered on me. I always looked at the award as recognition for all the work that everybody did at Old Bridge High School, from students to parents to staff to administrators. We all pulled together over the last 6 years or so to make this place, as I write a lot of times in my thank you letters, for all the work that everybody does to make Old Bridge High School the place we want it to be, and I think we all do that every day. So really, as much as this award is given to me, it's given to all the people of Old Bridge High School for all the work that we've done. Thank you.